Good morning, children. Welcome back to the lesson My Childhood, written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Before we start for today's session, let us make an immediate recapitulation of what we have already learned. Dear children, it is all about our former President, 11th President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam, and his childhood. Okay, his childhood days are portrayed here. He was born into a middle class Tamil family in Rameshwaram, and his father Jainulabuddin, mother Ashiyama, both were very generous, and his childhood was very secure both materially and emotionally. His father provided him all the necessities in terms of food, medicine and clothes. When Second World War broke out in 1939, there was a great demand for tamarind seeds, and boy Abdul Kalam managed to collect and sell it in a provision shop, and he could get one anna, that was a princely amount, means some generous amount. Okay, and his brother-in-law Jalaluddin would tell him stories about the war, and his cousin Samsuddin engaged him to collect the newspaper bundles which were thrown between Rameshwaram and Dhaniskodi, as the train stoppage at Rameshwaram was suspended due to an emergency due to war. Okay, due to Second World War. There we stopped, and Abdul Kalam got his first wage. Okay, even now, I mean, after many years, Abdul Kalam felt a kind of pride in remembering how he happened to earn his first wage. Now he is no more, that we know. Now we will continue from third paragraph. We are at page number 69. Dear children, open your book at page number 69. Yeah, every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment, and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. I inherited honesty and self-discipline from my father. From my mother, I inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness, and so did my three brothers and sister. I had three close friends in my childhood: Ramananda Shastri, Ramananda Shastri, okay, Ramananda Shastri, Aravindan and Shiva Prakashan. All these boys were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. As children, none of us ever felt any difference amongst ourselves because of our religious differences and upbringings. In fact, Ramananda Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, the highest priest of that Rameshwaram temple. Later, he took over the priesthood of Rameshwaram temple from his father. Aravindan went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims, and Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. So, dear children, we get to know about the qualities or the characteristics that he inherited from his parents. What do you mean by inherit? Receive from parents. It can be money, it can be wealth, it can be some biological characteristics. Okay, what did he inherit from his father? Okay, he inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father, and from his mother he inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness. Okay, so generally children get to have some qualities from the parents, okay, into the specific socio-economic and emotional environment, and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. So here Abdul Kalam inherited, received from parents. What is the meaning of inherited? Received from parents. It can be money, it can be some qualities, or it can be some biological characteristics. Okay, I inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father, and from his mother he inherited faith in goodness. That you can underline and learn. Faith in goodness and deep kindness. From father, honesty and self-discipline. This can be one of the short answer questions. Okay, so study well. I had three close friends. Now, who are his three friends in childhood? So Ramanatha Shastri, first one, Aravindan, second, Shiva Prakashan, three. So three friends. Okay, all these boys were from orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. But Abdul Kalam was a Muslim boy. But they did not feel the difference among themselves. There is no difference among themselves in terms of religion, and they were brought up in a decent way. In fact, Ramanatha Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri. So here is a question: who is the father of Lakshmana Shastri? Ramanatha Shastri. Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri is his father. What was he? He was the high priest of Rameshwaram temple. Later, after his father's death, he took over. Ramanatha Shastri took over the priesthood. He became the priest of that Rameshwaram temple from his father. Okay. And Aravindan went into, and what happened to Aravindan, or what did Aravindan become? He went into business. What business? What was the business Aravindan doing? Transporting arrangement for the visiting pilgrims. Who is a pilgrim? One who travels to a holy place. Okay, all of you write down. One who travels to a holy place. And Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor. What did Shiva Prakashan become? He became a catering contractor for the Southern Railway. So three friends, who are they? Ramanathan, Aravindan and Shiva Prakashan. Ramanathan became the priest of Rameshwaram after his father, and Aravindan became a businessman arranging transport for the visiting pilgrims, and Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railway. And what did Abdul Kalam become? He has become a what do you call a person. He is elevated to the post of the 11th president of India. Yeah. Then during the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Ramatirtha, which was near our house. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime stories my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. So paragraph number 5 tells us about Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony. Okay, and Abdul Kalam's family used to make arrangement for the boat with a special platform for carrying. Though they were the Muslim community or from the Muslim background, they were the one carrying the idols. Idol means murti. What you call murti, or the murti of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Rama Tirtha. So there is a pond called Rama Tirtha. In the middle there was a place to keep these idols, and Sita and Rama gets their marriage there. It is a symbolic marriage. Okay, situated in the middle of the pond called Rama Tirtha, which was near our house. Even from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime story my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. Though Abdul Kalam was a Muslim, and his entire family was known for that religion, they used to tell the stories of Hindus. You see the attachment, the bond with the other religion. Okay, now In continuation, one day when I was in 5th standard at the Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to our class. I used to wear a cap which marked me as a Muslim, and I always sat in the front row next to Ramananda Shastri, who wore the sacred thread. The new teacher could not stomach a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. In accordance with our social ranking, as the new teacher saw it, I was asked to go and sit on the back bench. I felt very sad, and so did Ramananda Shastri. He looked utterly downcast as I shifted to my seat in the last row. The image of him weeping when I shifted to the last row left a lasting impression on me. So, children, paragraph number 6 tells us about the arrival of the new teacher. Okay, he is a Hindu teacher in the elementary school, and what did he do? Seeing Abdul Kalam, who was wearing a cap that marked him as a Muslim, that could not be digested by the new Hindu teacher. The new teacher could not stomach. What do you mean by stomach? Means could not tolerate a Hindu priest's son sitting. Okay. Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy in accordance with our social ranking as the new teacher saw it. According to that new teacher, as per the social ranking, a Muslim and a Hindu should not be seated together. Okay, so Abdul Kalam was asked to take the last bench or to sit at the last bench, and that time Ramananda Shastri felt very bad and he started weeping, and that scene of weeping left a lasting impression on Abdul Kalam. So children, it is very difficult for Abdul Kalam to tolerate that situation. After school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. So all of them expressed their concern with their parents, and Lakshmana Shastri summoned the teacher. What is summoned? Called the teacher, and in our presence, in the presence of the children, told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality. And according to Lakshmana Shastri, I mean father of Ramananda Shastri, that new teacher should not spread the poison of social inequality. There is no question of inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. What did he advise the new teacher to do? The new teacher should not spread that poison of social inequality and communal intolerance. He bluntly, means openly, asked the teacher to either apologize, feel sorry. Apologize means feel sorry, either feel sorry or quit the school and the island, leave the place. Not only did the teacher regret means felt sorry his behavior, but the strong sense of conviction. What is conviction? Strong belief or strong opinion. Strong belief Lakshmana Shastri conveyed ultimately reformed the young teacher. The teacher became very reformed afterwards. Okay. Dear children, I think it's better to stop here and we will continue tomorrow. Okay. So what did we learn today? Today we started with Abdul Kalam's inheritance from his parents, some qualities. For example, from his father he got honesty and self-discipline, and from mother he got goodness and deep kindness. Faith in goodness and deep kindness. And about three friends, Ramananda Shastri and Aravindan and Shiva Prakashan, and what they became later. Ramananda Shastri became the priest of Rameshwaram after his father's death, and Aravindan became a businessman making transport for visiting pilgrims, and Shiva Prakashan became the catering contractor for the Southern Railways. Okay. And during the annual Sri Sita Ram Kalyana means marriage ceremony, Abdul Kalam's family members would arrange the boat for carrying the idols to that place in the middle of the pond, and that is called Ramatirtha. And the family members of, I mean, especially the grandparents, grandmother and grandfather, would tell stories about the Hindu mythology to the Muslim children. Okay, that much bond, or that much what you call connection is there between Abdul Kalam's family and the Hindu mythology, right? One day, when he was studying in class 5th, the new elementary school teacher found that Abdul Kalam should not be seated among that Hindu friends. So he asked him to take the back bench, and that time Ramananda Shastri uh, Ramananda Shastri started weeping, and that image left a lasting impression on Abdul Kalam. And at the same day, after the school, they went to their respective parents and narrated the story. And father of Ramananda Shastri, that is Lakshmana Shastri, summoned the teacher and advised him not to spread the poison to the young children, or in the mind of the innocent children. Later on, the teacher became much reformed. Okay, children, keep on reading the text, and make yourself familiar with the text. Okay, here is that boat arrangement from Abdul Kalam's family members, and you can see the idol being shifted to the Ram Tirtha, I mean, Rama Tirtha. Okay, that is one picture. So one more picture is there, and this idol is being carried on head by the Hindus, and you can see Abdul Kalam at the back of the row. Okay, so that is all about today's class. We will meet again tomorrow with the remaining part of the text. Till then, have a day ahead. Thank you, children. Thank you. Bye.